So I thought about a pretty good idea when it comes to getting in shape for people that don't have a lot of time. They're really busy. Time blocking is important. But for example, if you only have like a half hour to work out and that's all the time that you have, you might be uncertain as to what you should be doing in that half hour. You might be like, damn, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to start? And you know, sometimes it could be a little bit of a challenge, but I want to break this down and make it really simple. Just focus on one exercise for this half hour. Just one exercise. Now, depending on your fitness level, you can do 5 push-ups, you can do 10 push-ups, you can do 3 push-ups, but you're going to do it every 60 seconds, okay? One set every 60 seconds, 30 minutes. Now, if you're not in really good shape, you can do 5. Maybe you can even do 3 push-ups. Whatever you do, you want to pick a number that you can maintain throughout the whole workout. You want to finish this workout the whole 30 minutes. Now, think of it like this. If you can do 10 push-ups every minute for 30 minutes, that would be a total of 300 push-ups. And you won't even really feel like you're doing 300 push-ups. Of course, it's not like doing 300 push-ups all at once or even breaking them down into 3 or 4 or 6, 10 sets. But for instance, think of it like this. If you did 15 sets of 20 for 300 push-ups, each set would be harder. And the reason why is because by the time you get to the 6th or 7th or 8th set of 20 in a row, you're going to start to fatigue. And you're going to start to struggle to complete the full 20 reps. So you're going to probably reach failure around 15 or so. So if you're really out of shape, one thing that you can do is just do 1 push-up every 60 seconds. Simple. Of course, that would only be 30 push-ups within that half hour. And ideally, you want to get to a higher level than that. But that's 30 push-ups you wouldn't have done anyway. So 30 is better than nothing. That's what I'm trying to say here. Now, you also got to consider that when you get down and get back up, that's part of the exercise as well. So treat it as such. But consider this. When you're doing it this way, you're doing lower reps more frequently, you're going to be able to focus on your form much better than if you just tried to do 30 push-ups in a row and you wanted to do just less sets with more reps. When you get to the high numbers, you're going to start to struggle and your form is going to be sacrificed. And you don't want to sacrifice form. Form is actually one of the most important things. So try doing 1 to 3 push-ups every minute for 30 minutes. Now, if you're intermediate, try to do, at least 5, around that range. If you're advanced, go for 10 to 15 or maybe even 20. But it's almost like cardio because you won't want to sit still, you don't want to lay down, or you don't want to do anything passive in between each of these sets. But do something light. Pacing around is good. If you're folding clothes, it works perfect for that. Shadow boxing, anything like that you can do. Just passive activities that aren't too hard. Stretching out is perfect. But what you're going to notice is your mind is going to start to engage during this process. And the further along you go, the more you're strengthening that endurance. So what you want to do is you want to set a timer for 1 minute on your phone. Like I did this earlier and I did 5s. So I was just doing 5 push-ups with perfect form. And that's how I plan to do it tomorrow. I plan to do, I'm not going to do a push-up workout tomorrow. I think I might do either pull-ups or I might do some sort of leg exercises, maybe lunges or something like that. Or maybe I even use the kettlebell. But I want to up the reps just a little bit because 5 reps, that was only 100. I only did 100 push-ups in 20 minutes because I only did it for 20 minutes. So I do want to increase it to 30 minutes, and I also want to increase the number of reps that I do. Because I'm out of shape right now. This is the reason why I thought of even doing this in the first place. So that's how I plan to do it. And if you guys want me to remind you to do it, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you're going to do. Are you going to do pull-ups? Are you going to do push-ups, diamonds, whatever you want to do? Tell me what your goal is, and I'll hold you to it. Ideally, I want to get to 10 push-ups every minute. But one thing that helps is if you're stretching in between, or maybe even hanging on a pull-up bar, you're just hanging, stretching out, that's going to help. Even things like shadow boxing, or maybe even jumping jacks, that's going to be really good to do in between each set. So The reason why I'm talking about this is because I want to help people that are kind of out of shape or getting out of shape because they're so busy. And this is a good way to just jam in that workout, get it started early in the day, and then set your day up for success. Now you can replace this exercise of push-ups. You don't have to do the push-ups. You can do pull-ups, you can do squats, you can do lunges, you can do some sort of core workout or kettlebells. Whatever you choose to do is up to you. But just break it down in its simplest form and just start. That's the most important thing, is just to start doing something. Starting is better than doing nothing. All right, and when you're consistent, you're going to be able to improve. So just take 30 minutes, tap the timer, and whatever your strength level is, you can do it. Just remember, you can do it. You can get through the 30 minutes. For example, I mean, if you do 20 push-ups every minute for 30 minutes, that's going to be 600 push-ups. I mean, that should be the ultimate goal. So earlier when I did 5 push-ups every minute and I only did 20 minutes, I only ended up with 100 push-ups. So if I would have went the whole 30 minutes, I would have reached 150. So the idea is to increase as I go every day, switching up the workouts. Tomorrow I won't do push-ups, tomorrow I'll do a different body part. And you can make a game out of it. Try to beat your best record. I saw this guy on YouTube, right? He did 1,000 push-ups in 38 minutes, but he did it in one set. He didn't even rest. He was holding himself up like this the whole time, maybe shaking out his hand, taking turns shaking out his hand, and just right back at it. And he busted out 1,000 push-ups. I think it was the world record. And think about it. If this guy can do 1,000 push-ups without resting, then we can at least do this. And you can switch it up. You can do your push-up workout one day, then you can do a squat workout or lunges the next day. And then you can do a pull-up workout the day after that. I don't know, maybe you want to do jumping jacks. Maybe you want to do 20 jumping jacks every minute. It's all up to you, like I said. You can choose whatever exercise you want to do with this method. But ideally, it's more of a strength and endurance exercise. And it only takes 30 minutes. So when it comes to variations, let's take push-ups for example. Experiment with different types of push-ups. Push-ups is a calisthenic, like it's one of the best exercises. Because not only are you going to enhance your physique, but you're also going to improve your agility and your range of motion, which is even more important than physique. But most people just want to do exercise to improve their physique, which, I mean, whatever, it's understandable. For instance, if you're not proficient in, let's say, diamond push-ups, those are hard for you, then practice the 1-minute method with the diamonds so you can improve your diamonds. I mean, diamonds get the whole outside the arm right here. You can also try wide push-ups. You can do so much. I mean, like there's staggered push-ups where you're like this. And you kind of have a low grip. I wanted to record some B-roll just to show some of there's endless variations of push-ups that you can do. But I mean, when it came to the staggered push-ups, or there's a lot of different push-ups that breakdancers do to help them with their power moves and their freezes. So you can get into that. I mean, we can go over some of those as well. And then you also have like the knuckle push-ups and you have the fingertip push-ups. Those are going to help for mixed martial arts and boxing and things like that. And you can really excel at any of these types of variations. You know, get good at it. Pick a couple different variations and get really good at them. And of course, the same approach is going to apply to any other calisthenic. You know, pull-ups, you can do pull-ups wide, you can do them narrow, you can do them chin-ups, you can do narrow chin-ups, commando chin-ups. Commando chin-ups where you hold the bar like this, pull them down to the side, you know? I mean, there's just so many that you can do. You can explore different types of leg exercises. You can do squat variations, maybe wide, narrow. You can do staggered squats, ass to the grass and all that. You can do whatever your mind can think of, really. But think about it, when you squat, most people can't even really squat all the way down to the ground. They have a limited range of motion. So even if you're doing like a couple squats all the way through the full range of motion 30 times, eventually you're going to improve your range of motion, which is really, really important. The possibilities are really endless. You want to consider structuring your workouts creatively. Like for example, you can do 3 10-minute workouts, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one at night. and you can that's how you reach your 30-minute goal. Or maybe you want to do 2 15-minute intervals. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really up to you how you want to do this. Or you can opt in for maybe you want to try to increase your time. Maybe you want to do 3 15-minute intervals. And that's a total of 45 minutes of time. And when you think about it, isn't it recommended that people exercise for at least 45 minutes a day anyway? So you can also switch it up. Like your first 15-minute workout could focus on legs. Then your second 15-minute workout can focus on the chest muscle group with the push-up variations. And then on the third, you can do pull-ups. You can do back exercises for the third 15-minute set. 15-minute grouping. Just experiment with a lot of different variations. So to do it, you want to set your timer for 1 minute, and when the timer goes off, you want to drop down and do your set. Every time the timer goes off, don't waste time. Stop the alert. Tap for 1 more minute, it just goes automatically. Then you drop down for your next set and you repeat the duration over and over again. You'll literally be done in 30 minutes. And if you're really not in good shape, you can start with 15 minutes and then you can gradually increase the length of time that you do it. So if you have 2 phones or you have a phone and a tablet, you set one timer for 30 minutes, you set the other timer for 1 minute. Remember to give yourself a little bit of leeway too, because it takes a couple seconds. In between each time that you tap that 1 minute timer, there's going to be a little bit of a lag, a couple second lag. So when you finish your last set, when that 30-minute timer goes off, just know you have 1 extra set to do to catch up, basically. And then on your last set, try to do a little bit extra. You know, max out on that last set if you can. If you're not too taxed already, just go for it. You know, that's how you're going to increase those numbers. So, this is just a simple way to get in shape, really. But don't allow yourself to slack and always stay consistent. This exercise is not just physical, it's actually an exercise in dedication. It's a mental exercise. You know, it's about staying committed to something, even if it's just for that small fraction of a day. 30 minutes. And if you think about it, you got 24 hours in a whole day, right? So that means that's only 1/48 of your day. You have 47 other 30-minute time slots available to you. And you can spare 1 30-minute time slot for your health and longevity. Also, I did want to say that it's a really good idea to journal your progress with the rep ranges, the duration, and you can see your improvements over time. So basically, you'll get a notebook like this. What you'll do is, I didn't do it on mine, but you'll write the date here in one column, and then you'll write your number of reps in this column. And then on the last column, you'll write the time duration that you worked out for. And then you're gonna be able to look back on all the days that you've done this so you can see your improvements. That's one of the things that keeps you motivated. So that's my idea. Use it to level up. I wanted to record myself doing these routines. Where you see the timer on the screen and you see me doing the exercises, which would have been much better. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time to do that. I just don't have the time right now. At some point I want to do one like that. But this type of challenge I think is really good to challenge yourself. Dedicate yourself to do it and just do it. Because once you hit that timer, there's no turning back. You're not going to just give up. You're not going to quit on the timer, are you? So just my simple suggestion. And in the meantime, in between time, stay on the grind, stay on the climb. And I'll see you again, my friend. Get to the next level.